Good evening and welcome to Court Time, day 3 of MVISBL action, day 2 for the ladies, and we've got Cedarbrook and AMD Industries getting ready to tip off. I am Mon Valley Independent Sports Correspondent Dean Delamava Jr., joined by MVI Assistant Sports Editor Jose Negron for at least the first 2 games from what I understand. So getting ready to tip her off here. Jose, ready to go.
Yeah, matchup here between two teams that won on night number 1 on Monday. AMD still has their unbeaten streak alive. Can Cedarbrook break it as AMD wins the opening tip?
And this is Olivia Cox. She finds Eden Williamson open on the wing. She'll fire up a 3. No good. Rebounded. Up ahead it comes. Cedarbrook running up real fast. Layup attempt there by L. Snyder is no good. And back the other way comes AMD. Troxler Scott took Cox on the wing there. We saw her launching from all over the gym on Monday.
Yeah, Cox had a big 3 at the end of the first half, gave AMD momentum in a win over Monessen Florist, a 10-point victory where they went 10 for 33 from the free throw line. So something to watch here in this one.
Wade for 3, gets it to go. Ayanna Wade, freshman guard from Clairton, gets Cedarbrook on the board. It's 3-0 here.
Wade made her presence felt in her MVISBL debut, looking to do it again as there's a foul called on Alyssa Clutter inside.
Eden Williamson trying to drive the lane against her Trinity teammate, so a little head-to-head action for them too. Both of them led their teams in scoring on night 1. Eden Williamson with 22 for AMD. Alyssa Clutter with 20 for Cedarbrook. And Williamson's first free throw is off back iron, no good.
And she did struggle from the line a bit on Monday, and really kudos to her the way that she was able to play, because she had 22 points, but if she would have hit those free throws, she could have definitely had over 30. So it says a lot about the way that she was able to play despite the free throw struggles.
Yep, and she misses them both here. Rebound to Lily Kearns. Up the floor, here's Clutter. Looks, has the ball knocked out of her hands. It'll stay here with Cedarbrook.
Nice defense there by Tasia Troxler-Scott, who was phenomenal defensively against Monessen Florist on Monday. Limited Hannah Puglista only 2 points on just free throws in the second half of that victory.
So here's Wade looking baseline and back up top to Clutter. She's going to drive and dish it out to Snyder. Jump shot, rims out, no good. Troxler Scott with the rebound, and she'll push it for AMD to Williamson. She loses it.
Good defense there by Jasmine Dunn. Could see a low-scoring affair here, Dean, with the way that these two teams are playing defense early on. Couple of turnovers for each squad.
Yeah, and they both gave up 41 on Monday. So low numbers could be possible again tonight. Here's Wade to Clutter. Clutter around the pick. She'll dump it to Kearns, who drives inside and draws the foul. Great look there by Alyssa Clutter. Looked like she was going to take the jumper. She had a hand in her face, and she dissed it to a wide-open Kearns, rolling off for pick.
Foul, I believe, on Bailey Brinson inside as Lily Kearns, the Bell Vernon area junior at the line, makes the first.
Second one also good. Looking very good from the free throw line is Kearns, and it's 5-0. Cedarbrook here early over AMD.
Again, a 13-game winning streak for AMD dating back to last year's inaugural MVISBL season. They've not lost a game. Cedarbrook getting off to a good start.
Yeah, Cedarbrook was winless last season. Of course, this is almost a completely different squad this year for Cedarbrook.
And her first-year head coach Mariah Ward, former Monessen standout.
Here's Troxler. Scott gets it knocked away by Jasmine Dunn. She's going to come up the floor and push it. 3-on-2. She'll stop and pop and hit. It's 7-0. Cedarbrook.
Great sequence there by Jasmine Dunn. Gets a steal and gets a jumper on the other end.
Here's Troxler Scott going to drive and try to dish, and we've got a foul called. This one is going to be on Ayanna Wade.
Cedarbrook certainly putting pressure on this AMD team early on. tough defensive effort and taking advantage of their opportunities on the offensive end of the floor.
Quick inbounds pass there to Kira Gerard. She's fouled going up.
Gerard will head to the free throw line.
Foul called on Jasmine Dunn, senior from Woodland Hills.
I'm sure as Gerard's first goes through, I'm sure Mariah Ward's wondering to see what type of encore this Cedarbrook team has after getting their first win over Edward Jones on Monday.
And almost a carbon copy free throw. The first one bounces back, bounces front, and finds it for the first 2 points of the night for AMD. It's 7-2, 13-17 to go. Dunn has it stripped out of her hands by Olivia Cox. Loose ball on the floor. Brinson's got it. Now we've got a jump ball called, and the possession arrow is going to favor AMD.
Those are huge free throws by Gerard. I mean, you know, you think if she only makes one or even misses both, you know, that puts AMD in a really tough spot where Cedarbrook has an opportunity to make it potentially a even larger deficit.
Yep. And here's Eden Williamson dribbling again against her teammate Clutter. Ball gets on the floor. She gets to it. Gerard picks it up. Jumper from just inside the free throw line. Bounces around and no good. Williamson, the offensive board, tries to go up, and she's fouled.
Great job there by Williamson, rebounding. Had a couple gray jerseys around her, but she was still able to get that offensive board, and now she gets an opportunity at the free throw line. 0 for 2 in her first visit.
8 boards on Monday for Williamson. And again, no good on the free throw.
Williamson has good size, 5'9". One of the taller players on this AMD team.
There's a good one. Williamson makes it. It's now 7-3. Cedarbrook out in front. 12:46 to go here, first half. Jasmine Dunn bringing it up the floor on the wing to Wade. Wade with a little exchange with Clutter. Clutter down low to Snyder. She's going to try to drive and pop it out to Clutter. We have a whistle. Okay.
All right, so
okay, so they were going to call a foul, a defensive violation against AMD, but basket was made, so violation is waved off. Good basket by Alyssa Clutter from the top of the key. Here's Gerard now to Williamson. Thinks about it, doesn't take it. Williamson drives and dishes to Troxler Scott. She'll drive down the lane, put up a shot, diverted. Gerard on the offensive glass, up short. Another opportunity for AMD is no good. Cox is going to chase it down. Ball goes out of bounds, stays to AMD. A lot of hustle going on out there. Ball bouncing all over the place.
some really good defensive matchups here. Obviously highlighted there for a second by the Clutter Williamson defensive matchup. Now done on Williamson.
Too strong. Kearns gets the rebound for Cedarbrook. She'll find Dunn. Dunn kicks in the corner. Snyder for three. A little long. Rebounded by Gerard. Ooh, Troxler Scott almost with a carry there. There's a high dribble.
Good matchup there with Iona Wade defending against Troxler Scott.
Gerard with a shot up, no good. Rebounded to Clutter. She finds Wade, and Wade pushes it up the floor. Drives down the lane, throws it up. No good. Cox on the glass. Ball over on the wing to Olivia Cox. She's going to try to get it down to Brinson, which is what coach wanted them to do. And we've got a blocking foul.
Foul there on Ellie Snyder. As Mia Johnson and Jocelyn Dawson check in for Cedarbrook. Wade and Kearns will get a break.
Shelby, that's 4 seconds. That's number 4 second for you.
Second foul on Snyder.
Troxler Scott to inbound under the basket, looking into Brinson. Finds Williamson driving down the lane, lay it up and good. Brinson caught the eye of two Cedarbrook defenders there and was able to dish it to the cutting Williamson for a deuce. And we got an offensive.
That's number 3 on Snyder.
Big foul trouble early here for Cedarbrook.
Kern's going to re-enter for Snyder here.
Also in the game, Mallory Daly for AMD.
Daly had a nice debut as well for AMD, over 10 rebounds in her first game in the league. First round pick by this AMD team.
Over to Troxler Scott. Nice feed into Brinson. Dribbles down. Ball kicked out. Daly for 3. No good. Williamson on the offensive board. She drives and puts one up. Too strong. Olivia Cox with the rebound. Back out to Brinson. She will drive inside. And we've got a foul called on the floor.
We're kind of seeing the same thing here.
Hit the buzzer. Where's the buzzer?
We're kind of seeing.
So we got a team. We got a single bonus here for AMD. They're shooting 101. It's Bailey Brinson at the line. First one is short, and it's going to go out of bounds. It'll stay here.
We're seeing the same thing from AMD that we did see on Monday, just killing it on the offensive boards.
They are, and getting killed on the free throw line.
They're getting those second chance opportunities, just haven't been able to capitalize on many of them. Only one made shot for AMD here through the first 6 minutes of play.
9-5 is our tally. Clock approaching the 10-minute mark. Daly into Brinson. Brinson drives, puts it up, and got it to go. Bailey Brinson.
First points of the night for the EF senior.
Comes Dunn trying to get around a pick. We'll find Clutter. She drives, a little one-arm floater down the baseline is good. We believe that's her second basket of the night.
Correct.
11-7 Cedarbrook. Here's Williamson now. Trying to find room. Over to Troxler Scott. She drives on Johnson, lays it up off the glass, and that's good. And here comes Dunn up the floor. Drives inside, and she's fouled. That's going to be on Williamson. Jasmine Dunn will go to the free throw line here.
Only second trip to the line for Cedarbrook.
Good on the first. Ayana Wade checking back in for Mia Johnson. Second one up and no good. Williamson with the rebound. So AMD's been able to chisel away a little bit at this deficit. Now Cox on the wing for 3, no good. Another offensive rebound. And another foul.
Another trip to the line here for AMD as Mallory Daly will head to the charity stripe.
First one is good. And checking in for AMD is going to be Demetria Cox. Little Baldwin sisters in the game, and Daly makes them both. Back to a 1-point game, 12-11. 9 minutes to go, first half. Here at court time.
Much better free throw performance early on here for AMD, 5 for 9, as they've taken advantage. here of Cedarbrook's foul trouble.
There's Lily Kearns finding Clutter. Stops and pops for three, no good. Rebounded by Dawson offensively. And now we've got a whistle and a jump ball. And it's going to stay with Cedarbrook. So Dawson grabs an offensive board and gives her team an extra shot. And then we're going to have a timeout here. 8:34 to go here in the first half. Cedarbrook with a 12-11 lead over the champs, AMD. I believe that was Cedarbrook that called the timeout, I think. Take the opportunity here to thank some of our sponsors. There are a few places that offer the atmosphere, locally sourced ingredients, and an experience like no other than Perked Up Cafe, located at 530 McCain Avenue in Charleroi. Perked Up Cafe offers coffee from La Prima Espresso Company, a local Pittsburgh area roaster, serving breakfast, lunch, quick pick-me-up stacks, and freshly baked pastries. Perked Up Cafe also serves candied bacon, homemade sandwiches and salads, fresh baked oatmeal, as well as gluten-free options. Wi-Fi available on site, and always willing to support the community and give back. Perked Up Cafe is the proud sponsor and host of the Valley Sports Guys podcast and local high school sports. Let them know we sent you. Of course, the Valley Sports Guys podcast is on a 6-week sabbatical while we're here with the Summer Basketball League.
But we will come back in a month and a half with a ton to talk about.
So much to talk to. So much to talk about, for sure. We're going to probably forget half the stuff we want to talk about.
Oh, I'll remember some of the things I want to talk about. It'll be ingrained into my brain for a while.
Jose will be doing double grind my gears.
I might be doing quadruple grind my gears at this point.
All right, so back to it here. Cedarbrook with the inbound. That's Dawson in there. She finds Dunn, who fires up a three, no good. Another offensive rebound for Brianna Dawson. Out to Wade for three. Off the side of the backboard, no good, and it's corralled by Williamson. Kearns with some pressure forces a turnover, and Wade's got it back. She finds Dunn at the top of the key.
Hathaway tried to call a timeout there, but ball was out of the hands of AMD at that point.
Wade finds a little bit of room, drives, and she's fouled going up. So some foul calls going back the other way here after a decided advantage early.
Might have a battle of free throw shooting here in this one. Again, a low-scoring game, kind of what we figured with these two very good defensive teams. First miss by Wade. 8-3 run right now for AMD over the last about 3 minutes.
Wade makes the second one there. Back to a 2-point Cedarbrook lead, 13-11. Now 8 minutes to go here in the first half. Williamson to Daly. Back to Eden Williamson, Troxel side. Into Bailey Brinson. Drives, and she's fouled going up. She will go to the line. And it seems like AMD is trying to take advantage of a possible perceived advantage inside.
Yeah, absolutely. They're trying to be aggressive, and it only really helps if you're shooting well from the free throw line, and so far AMD's pretty solid. Definitely an improvement over performance on Monday.
I know, I saw them when I came in. They were not doing layup drills. They were doing free throws.
Yeah.
Here's Clutter looking for space. Still dribbling now. Finds Wade on the opposite side. Wade, she's going to drive to the middle and try to dish, and there's another foul called. This one's going to be on Williamson. Second personal foul on her. Comes Dawson with the inbound. Out to Dunn, back to Dawson. She came in. She drives, and another foul.
We call that, I believe, on Demetria Cox. Or Daly.
I think that was on Daly. I think he put up the 0-4. Drive in by Clutter, gets it to go. Cedarbrook's lead is 3, 15-12. Comes Troxler Scott the floor quickly, dishes it out to Demetria Cox, top of the key. Mallory Daly inside to Eden Williamson, trying to work against Clutter. One-handed hook shot, no good. Dawson grabbed the board but couldn't hold on to it. Brinson took it away from her. Troxler for 3, no good. Williamson, another offensive rebound.
She's been dominant inside there.
Kearns gets her hand in the way of the pass this time. It comes to Wade. She comes up the floor.
It's going to be another foul on Daly.
They called that on 11. Troxler Scott.
Troxler Scott, yeah.
Lots of fouls, lots of aggressiveness here so far. Dunn. Watched by Cox. She will try to drive. Has it knocked out of her hands. Troxler Scott picks it up. She's going to head up the floor. Looks like she's going to try to come all the way in. Spin move inside, no good. Cox grabbed the rebound, tried to put it up in one motion, and ends up getting swatted out of bounds.
Molly Snyder returns for Kearns. Of course, Snyder 3 fouls that she's dealing with, so she's playing through that, and they're going to bring her back in with 6:32 to go. Cedarbrook leading 15-12.
Troxler Scott inside, no good. Williamson, long rebound, now for 3, no good. Dunn got the rebound.
Nice job by Brinson to get a hand in there at least.
Dunn down the lane, and she's fouled going up. Demetria Cox on this one. Fouls now, Cedarbrook with 9, AMD with 7. Jasmine Dunn to the line for Cedarbrook. Gets it to go.
A 2-possession game at 16-12.
Second one good, 2 for 2 is done. She's going to get a break. Mia Johnson back into the game.
Now 17-12 in favor of Cedarbrook. 5 points for Dunn, 6 for Alyssa Clutter.
So we saw AMD come back and get within 1, but now Cedarbrook stretching it out a little bit.
Yeah, well, 5-1 run here for the last 2 minutes.
Daly for 3, good. Mallory Daly hits from the wing. And game's back to 2 again. 17-15, under 6 to go in the half. There's Alyssa Clutter now. Over to Dawson and down low to Snyder. Back to Alyssa Clutter. Almost traveled
Got
there.
away with that one. Another turnover.
Another turnover, though. And Wade
Nice play by Wade.
Picks her pocket. Now she's going to try to drive in and score. Put up a shot, no good. Ball's loose underneath, and looks like they're going to give the ball to AMD here. Or no, they're going to call a foul. Going to foul on 7.
I think it
Yeah, it was on
Mia Johnson.
Mia Johnson. Haley Johnson into the game for Cedarbrook for the first time. 1-on-1 situation here. Williamson's first is off the back iron, no good. Brinson, though, gets the offensive rebound. Finds, nice cut by Daly. Can't finish the layup, but she's able to get her own rebound.
Still, AMD still able to get offensive boards here.
Daly finds Brinson. She can't get it to go, and Snyder got the board.
And it's going to be a foul on Brinson. Now 1-1 the other way. We have some subs here. Olivia Cox, Kira Gerard, and Brianna Dawson in for AMD.
We got Johnsons and Dawsons and Coxes.
We haven't talked about that. The Dawson sisters going head-to-head, Brianna and Jocelyn, to Elizabeth Forward Products.
As Snyder hits the first one. Snyder, sophomore from Latrobe, hits the second one. 19-15, Cedarbrook still out in front. Clock now approaching 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Williamson working against Dunn. around a pick. Looking for help. Now to Daly. Daly's going to drive. She's going to kick it out. Now Cox gets the ball. She drives the lane. Throws one up off the glass. No good. This rebound pulled down by Snyder, but then she lost it, and it goes out of bounds, and AMD is going to have it. Looks like she stumbled or something there.
Yeah, I think she kind of just maybe tripped up. Got tripped up a little bit.
Dawson finds Gerard driving, and she's fouled going up.
I think that one's going to be on Johnson as well. Gerard will head to the free throw line again. I believe she went 2 for 2 in her last trip early the first few minutes.
And she hits number 3 for herself. Wade checks out. Yep, Wade checks out. Gerard's second one's a little short, and 2 Cedarbrook players go for the rebound, and Haley Johnson ends up with it. Gets it to Jocelyn Dawson. Finds Dunn. Dunn's going to pop for 3 and get it to go. Solid foot or so behind the 3-point line. Top of the key is good, and it's a 6-point Cedarbrook advantage.
I believe ties their largest lead of the game.
Gerard for 3, splash. Quickly comes Cedarbrook back the other way. Jump shot good here. Snyder near the baseline. Action picking up here a little bit quicker than it's been for sure. Daly now driving, has it knocked out of her hands. Johnson. Timeout called here by Cedarbrook on the loose ball before the jump ball. 30-second timeout, 3:36 to go until halftime. 24-19 Cedarbrook.
Yeah, a little bit of some ramped up action there. Last minute really. Big 3-pointer by Dunn gives Cedarbrook a 6-point advantage, and then a big 3 by Gerard there. 6 points for her in the first half, so that's made a big difference here for this AMD team, and Snyder a jumper to answer. So Cedarbrook has done a good job of answering really everything that AMD has thrown at them. AMD is not out of this game by any means, but they've done a good job of sticking with it here after going down early.
Yeah, and we're seeing a concerted defensive effort by both teams on the other team's perceived superstar. You know, we've got AMD with Eden Williamson and Alyssa Clutter on Cedarbrook. Neither of them really filling it up. Clutter has 6, Williamson has 3. So good job defensively by both teams so far.
Yeah, and those are two players that, obviously go into Trinity and playing against each other. They know each other pretty well. So 2 young players that have done a good job against one another.
And Callie Cunningham throws the ball away here. Williamson's going to come up the floor with it. On the wing to Daly. Daly's going to drive baseline up off the glass and good. 24-21 the score. Cedarbrook out in front. There's Jasmine Dunn with the ball. To Cunningham. She's going to throw up a 3. Well short. Haley Johnson tries to save it, but she stepped out before touching the ball, and turnover here.
Big possession here for AMD. Less than 3 minutes to go. A 24-21 lead for Cedarbrook.
Here's Daly finding Williamson. Gerard now looking for some space. Finds Cox. Olivia Cox to Daly. Daly will shoot for 3. No good. Offensive board. Eden Williamson looking for space inside. She goes up and is fouled.
Yeah, Williamson doesn't have many points here in this one, but boy, has she been the threat here on the offensive boards.
Yes. Comes the first one. No good. called free throws. But that one's good. 24-22. Dunn looks underneath. Snyder was open. Gets it to go. Nice look there by Dunn, finding the open player underneath, and a finish. 26-22 now. Daly has it knocked out of her hands. Jasmine Dunn with a strong defense. She's going to drive in. Floater, good. 28-22, back out to a 6-point Cedarbrook lead.
That escalated quickly.
It did. Williamson down the lane. Count the basket and the foul. Foul on Mia Johnson. It's number 2 for her. Williamson's going to try for the Naz Victoria 3-point play.
Very special.
Doesn't get it, though. And a rebound there by Snyder. She's going to try to push, and now she'll pull back. Hands it off to Wade. Wade looking, D'd up by Daly. Finds Johnson. She's going to drive down the middle with a floater, no good. Loose ball out of bounds to AMD. Both these teams very scrappy on defense and hard to score on, but we've seen some spurts in this game by both teams. Williamson into Daly with the height advantage knocked out of her hands by Wade. Nicely done. She was going to be cruising in for a layup there.
Yeah, the Cedarbrook team isn't letting AMD have anything easy. I mean, they've had a lot of fouls here in the first half, but there's a great block by Callie Cunningham.
And Johnson tries to get in the way. She was successful, but did knock it out of bounds. Ball's going to stay here to AMD. Brinson into the game. Back into the game, I should say, for Brianna Dawson.
Phenomenal defense here by Cedarbrook. So they hold a 4-point lead, 1:20 to go here in this first half.
Williamson going inside to Brinson. They bring the double team. She drives, she'll kick it to Cox. Cox drives, throws it off the glass too strong. Off rebound.
Nice strong rebound there by Snyder.
Yeah, couldn't see what was going on over there. Cunningham fakes a shot, tries to go inside, kicks it out to Johnson. Brinson knocked it out of her hands, but Cunningham's there to pick her up. Under a minute now to go here in the first half. 28-24. Nice crossover by Cunningham inside to Haley Johnson, up off the glass and good. Nice pass, nice finish. Cunningham to Johnson, 30-24.
Great job there by Haley Johnson to get that feed from Cunningham. 6-point game.
Mallory Daly, she'll drive down the lane, and Wade took it off of her before she even got the shot. 3-on-2, back the other way, up with a shot. Offensive foul called. And Mariah Ward is not happy with that call.
Third foul there on Wade. And Cedarbrook definitely going to have to be aware of the foul trouble here in the second half.
Yeah. Both teams, well, Cedarbrook is well over 10. AMD sitting at 8 right now. Williamson, 15 seconds to go until halftime. Williamson working against Mia Johnson. Johnson standing up to her pretty good so far. And now we've got a 5-second call. Turnover, 6.9 seconds to go. And officials have given a warning here to Bria Rathway, complaining about the call.
First warning of the season for Rathway.
Wade with 2 seconds with one, throws one up toward the basket. Boy, that was pretty darn close. And we've reached halftime here. The defending champs are on the ropes. Cedarbrook with a 30-24 halftime lead here at court time.
Yeah, big 6-2 run to end things for Cedarbrook in the last 2.5 minutes. AMD was able to cut their deficit a couple times, didn't seem out of it at all, and they're still not out of it as it's only a 6-point deficit. But if you're Cedarbrook, got to be pretty happy with if you're Mariah Ward, you got to be pretty happy with the way your team played.
Yep, and some updated here point totals. AMD, Bailey Brinson has 3. Eden Williamson has 6. Kira Gerard has 6. 7 for Mallory Daly and 2 for Tasia Troxler Scott. Brinson, Demetria Cox, and Eden Williamson each with 2 fouls for AMD. Eden Williamson 7 boards and leading the way on the glass for AMD definitely. Cedarbrook, for them, Alyssa Clutter with 6 points. Ellie Snyder with 6 points, 4 boards, but 3 fouls. Iona Wade with 4 points, 3 steals, and 3 fouls. Jasmine Dunn, 10 points in the first half for Jasmine Dunn. Also 3 boards, 3 steals, and 3 fouls. 3's wild for her. Lily Kearns has 2, and 2 fouls for her. 2 fouls for Mia Johnson as well.
I mean, story, I think, of this first half. Obviously, Cedarbrook has done a great job of, overcoming the foul trouble and overcoming, everything that AMD has thrown at them so far. But, when you have Snyder, Wade, and Dunn all in foul trouble with 3 fouls, that's something they're going to have to be aware of, especially Snyder, being that presence inside, going up against Bailey Brinson, who likes to play aggressive on the offensive end of the floor. That's something that Mariah Ward's definitely going to have to pay attention to.
Yeah, and Coach Rathway over at AMD was pressuring her team to get the ball inside Brinson, and it worked a few times. But then all of a sudden, Cedarbrook started to collapse on her a little bit. So now that she's got to look for the dish off of that entry,
right?
To try to keep this winning streak alive for AMD. I don't know that there's been quite
a threat,
this big of a threat to their win streak yet. But of course, this is just game 1 of 3. Later on tonight at 7 o'clock, we've got Edward Jones and Lee Supply, 2 0-1 teams, looking for W number 1 on the season. And at 8 o'clock, Menneson Florist and State Farm. Menneson Florist 0-1, State Farm 1-0. So still 2 more games got tonight. And we are resetting here for the second half. Halftime goes quick here in the MVISBL. See, it looks like we're going back to the starting 5 for AMD. 1 change for Cedarbrook. Looks like they're going with Mia Johnson instead of Lily Kearns here in the second half. Gerard to Troxler Scott near side. She's watched by Wade. Over on the wing to Cox. Olivia Cox looking for some room, finds Williamson. Zone defense warning here. Only man-to-man here in the MVISBL. Williamson gets the pass on the inbounds. Her shot's a little long. Olivia Cox attempted to stop it, but she had her toe on the line down there. All over to Cedarbrook with a 6-point lead.
Definitely, I think, some confusion on, I don't think Cedarbrook even knew that they were playing zone defense there, but.
I mean, I guess you get caught, in like a double team scenario,
right,
where somebody's got their eyes somewhere else, and your man escapes you.
Right, just trailing a little bit.
Yeah. Long 3 by Dunn, hard off the back iron. Olivia Cox with the rebound. She finds Gerard. Gerard coming down 1-on-2. She'll stop and pop from the elbow. A little too strong. Jasmine Dunn. Rebound, Cedarbrook. To Snyder on the wing. She'll fire up a 3. Gets it to go.
Took a while.
Yeah. Kind of a bizarre bounce there. You don't typically see that on a 3-point shot, but it goes.
Long 2, it looks like.
Long 2, they're giving them just a 2. So 32-24. It's an 8-point lead. Olivia Cox for 3 to try to answer, no good. Wade with the rebound. She's pushing it up the floor. Finds a Clutter cutting to the basket for a layup. Cedarbrook has their largest lead of the night at 10, 34-24. Williamson now trying to find an answer. Wade tried to pick her pocket, but she avoided it. Troxler Scott with a jump shot, no good. And there goes Wade up for the rebound, and she collides with Brinson.
They're going to call Wade with a foul, and that's going to be foul number 4 on Ayanna Wade.
That's 4 fouls.
Jocelyn Dawson will come in for Wade. 14-12 on the clock, but you gotta like that defense though. You gotta like what she was able to do there, going for that loose ball.
Inbound pass quickly to Gerard. She can't get it to go. Snyder gets the glass. Tamia Johnson. She finds Clutter, who will get it to Jasmine Dunn. Now to Clutter. She'll drive. Ball lost.
Nice D there by Olivia Cox to make sure Clutter wasn't going to get that one up.
Johnson now. She'll try to get inside. Has it knocked out of her hands, but she stays on it. Saves it. Snyder. Dawson faked the shot. Now Dunn around the horn we go. 3 in the air for Clutter. No good. Bailey Brinson. Rebound for AMD. Still a 10-point lead for Cedarbrook. And ball knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay here with AMD Industries. Gerard inbounds it to Williamson. Nearly an over and back call. Williamson around a pick for 3. It's short and will go out of bounds, not touching anything. Cedarbrook takes over.
Yes, AMD's struggles on offense have definitely been evident here. Haven't scored since the 2-minute mark in that first half.
Need to find somebody other than Williamson to try to get the offense rolling. And there's a drive and a one-handed runner, no good by Dunn.
No one was really there for Cedarbrook to get a board, but they were good in transition.
Oh, Troxler Scott was halfway in, but it fell back out. And now a reach-in call here on Troxler Scott. Daly checks in for AMD. Jasmine Dunn, round a pick from Johnson. Over to Dawson. She's going to try to find some space. She drives inside and she is fouled. It's going to be on Williamson. 3 fouls on Eden Williamson.
You got to credit Cedarbrook for the way that they've played here today. I mean, they have not trailed in this game. They've really taken control. They took control early, and they, AMD's made it tough on them, but they've played a really good, sound ball game here.
AMD's made a couple of runs, gotten it close, although Dawson misses both of those. Gotten it close on numerous occasions, just unable to push ahead. So Troxler Scott with another shot up, no good. Johnson the rebound. Seems like Cedarbrook is a little bit better here in the second half of getting those defensive rebounds.
Yeah, they've done a better job here in that aspect, not letting AMD get any second opportunities and not letting them get to the free throw line.
Clutter now. Looking for some pick, and she drives. Fakes it, up off the glass and good. Alyssa Clutter with another basket, 36-24, under 12 to go. AMD's got to find an easy way to get points. Williamson tries the drive, and she's fouled going in.
That's going to be on Jasmine Dunn.
4 fouls.
4 fouls now for Dunn.
Williamson steps to the line here for 2. She's good on that one. Eden Williamson's first point here in the second half. And no good with that one. Snyder with the rebound for Cedarbrook. Johnson driving to Dunn on the wing. Trying to find some space. Now she's matched up, and they'll settle in and try to get into some kind of offensive set here. Dunn looking for some room. She drives inside and just lost the ball out of bounds. A little body contact, but no foul called. AMD takes over, down 11. 11:26 to go in this one. 36-25 Cedarbrook. Comes Daly, finds Gerard.
I'm going to have to be careful inside there defending with
Up,
4
no
fouls.
good. Yep, Snyder up the floor quickly, finds Clutter. Lay it up and good. One of the AMD defenders got a hand in the way of that pass, but it didn't matter.
Yeah, I think it might have helped it.
Slowed it down a little bit. In Williamson up off the glass, no good. She gets offensive rebound this time, and now she's fouled.
There's 4, now 4 on Snyder.
That's 3 Cedarbrook players with 4 fouls. Jasmine Dunn, Ayanna Wade, and Ellie Snyder all with 4 fouls. Still 10:51 to go. Williamson hits the first one. Into the game, Lily Kearns. Kearns in for Snyder.
Snyder and Wade now both on the bench with 4 fouls. Dunn is still on the court with 4.
Williamson goes 2 for 2 this time at the free throw line. Back to an 11-point Cedarbrook advantage, 38-27. Little full court man-to-man. Clutter drives on Troxler Scott, and it's good. Alyssa Clutter starting to get in the zone a little bit here. 40-27 Cedarbrook. Starting to see some people show up here, Jose.
Yeah, it's starting to get packed here at Court Time Sports Center.
Troxler Scott for 3, way too long. Kearns able to corral the board. Give it to Dawson. She's going to push. Mia Johnson's going to drive, put it up, and got it to go, and the foul. Troxler Scott called for the foul. 4 on her. And Coach Rear Wathray wants a timeout. Full timeout called. Cedarbrook putting the foot down here in the second half, up by 16 over AMD, 43-27. How many points does AMD have here in the second half?
3.
3 points.
3 points here in the second half.
My goodness. Cedarbrook's defense making it hard for them to score, and when they're getting chances to put the ball in the basket, they're just not going. All right, we'll thank another one of our sponsors here. Have you ever had a muscle pain that just will not go away? An ache that affects your day, or stiffness that impairs your abilities at work or play? The Salon and Spa by Cheney's Natural Monongahela offers several options to help you look and feel your best. From massage and spa treatments to essential oils, CBD, and other healthy living items. Hair, facials, mani-pedis, and reflexology are also available. Cheney's Natural also carries skincare products by Farmhouse Fresh. Don't forget to mention Summer Spa for a free upgrade on services when you visit Cheney's Natural. Check them out online at cheneysnatural.com or call 724-328-2834. A little bit of a score correction here. We got 42-27, not a 16-point lead, no, a 14-point lead. 10:16 to go, and we've got one free throw coming from Mia Johnson of Cedarbrook here, so a chance to make it a 15-point game.
Had to make sure I wasn't going crazy with my, and then I didn't miss anything on my book here.
We always know Jose's book is solid.
I try my best, that's for sure.
Missed the free throw, but then a foul call on Lily Kearns on the rebound. She's got 3.
Reaching the final 10 minutes here in this one.
Daly, you got a hand check there. called on Jocelyn Dawson. If I'm AMD, I just try to attack and foul them out here.
Yeah, I mean that's you got to be aggressive. You got to be aggressive here. You got to, they have some girls in foul trouble.
Troxler Scott with a little running jump shot. 42-29. Comes Jasmine Dunn. She's the Cedarbrook player in the game playing with 4 fouls. Over on the wing to Dawson. She makes a move, puts up a shot, no good. Brinson is able to get it. I believe there was a partial block there by Daly. Brinson says, I'm going to take this up the floor myself. Here she comes. Finds Daly on the wing. She's going to drive inside, lay it up, and good. Back-to-back baskets for AMD, 42-31, 9.5 to go. Still plenty of time in this game.
Yeah, you heard Mariah Ward say to her team, you can't let them back in this game.
Dunn with a floater off the back iron, no good. Battle for the rebound, ball out of bounds. It's going to go to AMD.
That big timeout there by Bria Rathway might have been just what AMD needed to kind of get going here. The first 2 buckets of the second half.
Daly drives right past Dawson, lay it up and good. It's back to a 9-point game, single digits. Clutter finds Kern, she lays it up. Good basket and the foul.
Huge for Cedarbrook.
Yep. Clutter drives to the baseline. Finds Kearns under the basket.
If I'm not wrong here, I believe that's Kurtz's first bucket of the game. And
yes.
Couldn't have asked for better timing there when AMD was surging back.
And she hits the free throw. Well, she's 3 for 3 at the line, is she not? 45-33, under 9 to go. Here comes Daly again, one-handed shot, no good. Clutter gets the board. Clutter up the floor, quickly to Mia Johnson. She's going to try to drive on Williamson, put up a shot. Body contact, no call, but she's able to get the board.
Great job here by Mia Johnson.
Nice drive to the hoop, scoring over top of Brinson. 47-33, Cedarbrook back out to a 14-point advantage.
They had pressure on Johnson, and then AMD kind of just let off, and she was able to take advantage.
Clutter got her hand on the pass there, and it was able to be saved. Back up the floor comes Cedarbrook. Clutter, baseline jump shot, no good. Daly gets the rebound. She's one-on-one with Johnson. She gets by her, lays it up, and good.
Yeah, good job by Johnson. Just let her have that one.
Yeah. Not a lot of fouls to give here. Dunn drives, and she leaves it short. Eden Williamson coming up the floor now, 3-on-2. Williamson with a fake, nice move inside, lay it up good. Again, back to 10 points.
Wade had to do the same thing, of course, with foul trouble.
We got a Cedarbrook timeout here, 7:45 to go. Clutter. She will drive. Baseline jump shot, good.
Cedarbrook just will not quit.
I don't think that they can afford to sit on it for sure, not with the foul situation. And now we've got a foul called. What's this?
And that's going to be on Wade. That's number 5 on Ayanna Wade.
So Johnson will check in, and that is also team foul number 7. And it's going to put Mallory Daly at the line for 1 and 1. Coming up next, Edward Jones and Lee Supply at 7. First one's no good. Daly's able to corral the rebound. She's going to drive inside, lay it up, and get it to go. Eden Williamson got her fingertip on that rebound and kept it away from a Cedarbrook player and allowed Daly to grab it. 51-41, 6:14 to go. Clutter with a drive. Offensive foul. Third foul on Clutter now. She just told Coach, that's okay, I'm fine.
Oh, yeah. At one point, if you're Mariah Ward here, as there's a turnover, big turnover there for AMD.
Haley Johnson got in the way of the pass and ended up going off of an AMD player out of bounds.
At what point, if you're Mariah Ward, do you re-enter Ellie Snyder and Jasmine Dunn with 4 fouls?
Well, I mean, the reserves are handling it right now, so Kearns gets the ball, puts it up, and good. Pass went inside to Haley Johnson. It got deflected, came right to Lily Kearns, and she scored it. 53-41, Cedarbrook.
5 big points from Lily Kearns here in the last 5 minutes or so.
Mallory Daly for 3. That's long. Kearns with the rebound. Looking for some help. Clutter is tied up, and she stepped on the line. Turnover. Daly and Brinson there on the defense there. Gonna force her to get a little uncomfortable.
Need help there. Obviously, Kearns and Clutter were in a tough spot.
And looks like somebody got a finger on that one as it went out of bounds, and it'll stay here with AMD. 5:31 to go. 12-point lead. And there's a steal by Clutter. Haley Johnson tries to race it down, but she can't get to it. Williamson gets it, and she's fouled. That one's on Haley Johnson. Just her first. Another 1-and-1 here for Williamson. She'll step to the line, 1-and-1. Short. Haley Johnson gets the rebound. Finds Lily Kearns, and now
Great
she's
defense
pressured
by
by
Daly. And they're going to call a jump ball there. It's going to stay Cedarbrook ball, and Ellie Snyder, here she comes, 5:18 to go. She will come in for Haley Johnson. Of course, big to watch her as she's in there with 4 fouls. And there's another sub, Jocelyn Dawson, going to come in for Callie Cunningham.
So still with just the one player on the floor with 4 fouls. Ball inbounded. And it,
Off the hands of Cox.
Yep. Cedarbrook needs to send somebody long on this play.
Yeah, everybody's kind of bunched up here. I mean,
Yep.
They got Snyder a little bit deeper. Now Clutter with the ball.
Finds Snyder. She'll try a baseline jump shot. No good. Brinson with the board. She's looking for space. She's going to bring it up the floor herself. She finds Cox on the wing. So get to the baseline and stop. Daly's open. Top of the key for 3. Got it to go. 53-44 now. Just under 5 to go. A foul on Williamson on the inbounds, and now it's going to be 1-and-1 on the other side.
20 points for Mallory Daly, the sophomore from Seton LaSalle, coming off the bench. for AMD.
Well, she did average 17.6 a game in high school.
Yeah, so no surprise.
That's not really, I mean, she was really good this past year as a freshman.
Talking to Bria Rathway the other day too, it's nice to see the way that they're, playing her to start. They're not putting too much pressure on her to start and be a star on this team as only a sophomore. They brought her off the bench. She's played valuable minutes for sure, but not a lot of pressure on this kid. She can just go out and play her game.
Clutter hits both of the free throws, back to an 11-point lead, 55-44. Up the floor, kick quickly to Cox. She misses. Fight for the rebound, and another jump ball called. AMD will keep the ball here. Demetria Cox into Eden Williamson. Again, D'd up by her Trinity Hiller teammate Clutter. She gets around a pick, drives to the basket, lays it up and good. 55-46 now. Clutter brings it up the floor here for Cedarbrook. And looks like we need to lose some clock, says Cedarbrook a little bit here.
Yeah, I think that's a good plan. Just take things slow here. You have a 9-point edge. Slow things down a bit.
Yep. Spreading the floor here. Jasmine Dunn. Now with it. The kick they didn't call there, so. Ooh, Cox, a little floater on the pass by Clutter. She finds Williamson under the basket, lays it up and good. 55-48. Game is now 7. Timeout called as they couldn't get the ball inbounds underneath, and with 3:46 to go, here comes AMD Industries with a run, 55-48.
AMD timeout? Or that's
Cedarbrook full time out.
3:46 to go here in this one. Eden Williamson, 2 straight buckets, and that one came after a big steal by Olivia Cox.
Cedarbrook down here trying to, take some of that clock away, and a little bit of a lollipop pass, and Cox jumped it and led on a fast break, and here we are back to 7 points. Foster House 2 Sports Bar and Grill, located at 1 Cook Road in Bell Vernon, serving the famous King sandwiches 7 days a week. We also now serve pizza and pizza burgers all day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Come enjoy one of our 12 ice-cold beers on draft, along with a wide variety of bottled beer, mixed drinks, and frozen margaritas. Boy, that would have been nice with all this heat. We have a perfect atmosphere for enjoying great food and drinks with friends and family while watching all your favorite sporting events on our big screen TVs. We are proud to support all the local teams throughout the Mon Valley. Come and see us for a great time today at Foster House 2.
Interesting note, all but 2 of AMD's points in this half have been scored by Mallory Daly or Eden Williamson.
There you go. Get the ball inbounded here. Dunn to Dawson. Ooh, Daly got a piece of that one. So again, ball in Clutter's hand. She will drive and kick. Mia Johnson played it off her foot. Jasmine Dunn going for the ball, and we've got a foul.
Yeah, they're going to call a foul on Daly for a push. I don't know about that. I mean, she went after a loose ball. I think Daly has as much of a right to that ball as anybody else on the court, but
it's the call that was made. So Jasmine Dunn will step to the line, shooting 1-and-1 here.
It makes it even more crucial considering we are in the 1-and-1.
And she's good with it. She'll try to get this lead back to 9 here. She does. 57-48, 3.5 to go.
The first points of the half are Dunn, who, of course, was on the bench for a while with foul trouble.
Daly's going to drive, put one up, and piece by Mia Johnson out of bounds, and it'll stay here with AMD. Daly into Williamson. Again, clutter on her. Daly kicks it out to Williamson. She will drive, spin move inside, good basket. 57-50. 3:09 to go. Again, a full court kind of man-to-man here for AMD. Jasmine Dunn. Troxler Scott up trying to force a trap. It's deflected. We'll play it back into the backcourt again. Clutter gets around Daly and Troxler Scott. Brings it up back into the offensive zone.
Nice job here by Clutter. Controlling the ball, getting time off the clock.
Now she's picked up her dribble. She's in trouble, and we've got a foul called here on Troxler Scott. And that's going to be 5 on Tasia Troxler Scott. She will be done for this game. Gerard's going to replace her. So 9 team fouls here. Next one will be double bonus time. Clutter's going to go 1-on-1 here. No good. Daly with the rebound. Up the floor quickly for Kara Gerard, but intercepted by Jasmine Dunn, hiding back there. And then her pass is picked off. Williamson to Daly. Drives to the basket, puts up a shot, no good. Jasmine Dunn gets the rebound.
And here we go.
We got a technical foul called here on the coach, on Brio Rathway. Daly drove the basket. Wanted a foul called there on Dunn. There was not one, and now technical free throw is going to be shot here by Jasmine Dunn for Cedarbrook. And the ball with 2:26 to go. She misses the first one. Second one is good. 8-point lead, 2:26 to go. 58-50. Cedarbrook will now take the ball out of bounds here. AMD's got to get some turnovers going here.
Again, AMD, 13 straight wins here in the MVISBL, and there's a foul on. Well, they're not gonna call a foul. They just called a kick.
They called a kick there. So how about Ellie Snyder and Jasmine Dunn here playing with all these fouls?
Yeah, done a great job, and Clutter's going to get fouled here, or get a foul here. I think that was just kind of her momentum pushing her into. That's number 4 on Clutter.
Double bonus situation here for AMD. Is that right? Or do they have 9? They have 9, so 1-1. Gerard shooting the 1-1. Gets the first one. Kira Gerard 4 out of 5 at the free throw line for AMD. And another one.
5 out of 6.
6-point game, 58-52, 2:14 to play here. First game of the night. The second night of girls action in the MVISBL. Snyder underneath for Johnson. Shot no good. Gerard was there. Williamson drives the lane, throws it up, no good. Bailey Brinson offensive rebound, gets it to go. 58-54 now. And now we've got a loose ball and a foul called. That's on Eden Williamson, and that is her 5th.
Williamson fouls out here with 1:47 to go.
And now 2 foul shots coming up here for Jasmine Dunn. Demetria Cox has got to check into the game for Williamson, who's Got to sit the rest of the way. 58-54.
That's big.
Jasmine Dunn going to the line. Makes the first. 59-54. Here we thought this game was going to be in the 40s.
Yeah, what are we thinking?
Second one good by Dunn, and they've got 60. 60-54 now. Daly up the floor quickly. Trips. And no call. Back up the floor comes Cedarbrook. Ball inside to Mia Johnson. Up off the glass, no good. Rebound grabbed by Gerard. 1:28 to go. Down by 6. Cox up the floor. She's looking for some space. Finds Kira Gerard. Gerard to Demetria Cox. Down low to her sister Olivia for 3. No good. Rebounded by Clutter. She's going to bring it up the floor 1-on-3. She dribbles around 2 defenders and now will bring it back out with 1:07 to go. Clutter now. And we've got a whistle. And the ball just out of bounds.
Yes, going to stay with Cedarbrook here.
1:01 left. 6-point Cedarbrook lead. Dawson. Now Clutter has it. She'll dribble it out. She'll try to get around Gerard.
And they're going to call a charge.
Offensive foul.
And that's
on
it
Alyssa
for Clutter.
Wow.
Clutter fouls out here with
her 52.2
seconds.
It's offensive foul, yeah. So double bonus on the going forward. Well, it's an offensive foul, so yeah. But that is a 10th team foul, so no more fouls going forward will be that. And into the game for Cedarbrook is Haley Johnson. Well, we've got a 30-second timeout being called here by AMD. 52.2 seconds to go.
That was Clutter's 5th, correct?
Clutter's 5th foul. She's now done for the night. That's now 3 players combined, both teams that have fouled out. 60-54, Cedarbrook with the lead over AMD.
What a thriller here to start the second night of girls play here in the Mon Valley Independent Summer Basketball League.
Cedarbrook had a lead as big as 15 points in this game, 15 or so.
Yeah, I mean, early in this half, AMD couldn't get much going, and Cedarbrook looks like their largest lead, was 15. 15-point lead with 10:16 to go, and, the play of Mallory Daly and Eden Williamson really helped AMD, obviously, too. A lot of these Cedarbrook girls have, played with 4 fouls, a majority of the second half. So that's a credit to Cedarbrook's group, and, Ellie Snyder and Jasmine Dunn still on the court playing with 4 fouls here in the final minute.
Here's Daly. She's looking to drive against Snyder. Good defense. Shot up, no good. Cox gets the offensive board. She goes up and she's
and
fouled.
If it's on Snyder, then
it's either on. They called it
on 7. It's going to be on Mia Johnson.
Foul number 3 on her.
That's actually, I think Cedarbrook dodges a bullet there.
They dodged the big bullet because both Snyder and Dunn were right around there.
Yeah, I actually thought for a second they might have called it on Dunn. Which
yeah. That would have ended her night, but she gets a reprieve here. Demetria Cox missed the first one. Second one is also no good. Mia Johnson gets the rebound for Cedarbrook. She finds Haley Johnson to Jasmine Dunn. 34 seconds to go.
Got the foul.
And Dunn gets it into the offensive front court. Now they do have to foul. Dawson. Foul's going to be called on Olivia Cox.
Double.
So 2 free throws coming up for Jocelyn Dawson. Junior player from Elizabeth Forward. Her team up by 6, 25.7 seconds to go. Misses the front end. Double bonus gets her second one.
25.7 seconds to go. Can Cedarbrook hold on and end AMD's winning streak?
Second one is also no good. Brinson and Johnson battling for the rebound. It's Brinson that gets it. She's dribbling up the floor now. Looking for some
Cedarbrook
help.
has to score. They have to start. They have to
Daly.
shoot.
Daly has it stripped away by Mia Johnson. She's running up the floor. She lost it. Olivia Cox has it. Now 8 seconds to go. Up the floor quickly to Daly. 5, 4. Daly for 3, long range. It's good. And time is going to expire, and the win streak of AMD Industries is over at 13, thanks to Cedarbrook with a 60-57 victory. Cedarbrook now 2-0. AMD falls to 1-1. What a game this was.
A thriller to start play here in this one. We knew coming in that, Cedarbrook was one of the teams that we thought was going to be a surprise here with the talent that they have. Obviously Alyssa Clutter, the #1 overall pick, joining the fold. Another thing that we didn't even mention, Katie Hoff wasn't even here for Cedarbrook tonight. True. Hoff is one of the best players on this group. But great performance by both of these teams. I mean, AMD gave it all they had. Like you mentioned earlier in the broadcast, they were down by 15 points with 10 minutes to go in the second half and made it a ball game.
All right, so we've got a little bit of a 5-minute break here. We're gonna cut out the feed for the next game, which is going to be Edward Jones and Lisa Ply. Will start at approximately 7 o'clock. For Jose Negron, I'm Dean Delamalva. We'll be back here in a minute. Thanks for tuning in.